Season's greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Random Talk with NG, where we explore value adding topics that inspire and uplift. I am Ngozi Obiefuna. Today, we're diving into the true meaning of the holidays, a season often associated with gifts and celebrations, but one that holds much deeper significance. With the hustle and bustle of the holidays, it's so easy for us to lose sight of what really matters. And that is why I want to talk about holidays with purpose, small acts, big impact. This episode is about reconnecting with our values, creating meaningful traditions, and exploring how even small acts of kindness can make a big impact. When I researched the origin of the holiday spirit, I saw lots of things. I saw different discoveries and different thoughts and opinions by different people, where people talked about the Christmas decorations, the pagan connections, people talked about Santa Claus, people talked about, the ghost of Christmas present, and lots of other origins. But what exactly is the true holiday spirit? For some people, it's about sharing gifts. For some people, it's about, Christmas based on some ancient Father Christmas. For some people, it's about Saint Nicholas. For some, they feel it was invented to replace a pagan festival. And so I know that this season and the Christmas spirit generally may have a slightly different meaning for us all. However, certain rituals linked with Christmas can help nearly anyone experience the holiday cheer. And then beyond all that I just spoke about, there are themes like love, gratitude, generosity, and togetherness always evident during this particular holiday season. And these values transcend cultural or religious differences. So, what does this season mean to you personally? I know that for some people, this is a time to declutter, and people generally begin by cleaning out their houses, giving out what no longer serves them, and then also reaching out to people, helping. You hear lots of charity going on during this period. You hear lots of gift sharing. You see hampers flying around all over the place. You also see people booking spots, reserving spots for family hangouts, group hangouts. Then there's always a lot of generosity going on. There is also some discussions as to, oh, let's take a trip, let's make a trip, or let's reunite. And then this season, people love to extend and express their gratitude to those who have been really nice to them during the year. I know that for some others, try to they also try to reflect on how the year has been for them. They take this time out to reflect on how the year has been for them, and I'm going to discuss that in a later episode. However, what does this season mean to you personally? What does this season mean to me personally? So, while I reflect on what this season means to me personally, I also hope you take some time out to think about what this season means to you personally. But the two questions which I would love to pose to you, my dear listeners, are: what does this season mean to you personally? And what values do you want to emphasize during the holidays? So I know that for some people, and I forgot to mention that for some people, it's 30 December, let's spend all we've saved throughout the year, let's have fun, let's reconnect and bond. Let's just increase the traffic situation in some parts of the world. But I would want to share my experiences or my thoughts about what this season means to me personally. I know I mentioned a host of things that people typically do, and I find myself doing many, if not all of what I talked about previously during this season. But for me, this season is one where I get to reflect on how the year has been. This season is one where I get to think about how to reconnect with people, because we're all on break, and then we could have some time to catch up and also discuss and bond and have fun. So for me, the best way to enjoy and have a purposeful holiday is to plan my activities for this period. So if I know I have a 10-day break or I have a 14-day break, I am thinking to myself, what do I do during this period? Whom do I spend it with? Because I want to make sure that it counts. When the year begins, everyone gets so busy, everyone gets so entangled with life again, and then those who come around visiting, they have to return back to their places. So what do? I sit and then I think about it and I say, okay, so I'm going to go out for 7 days and I'm going to rest for the remaining 7 days. I'm going to take some time out to reflect on how the year has been. I'm going to take some time out to, just show gratitude to people that have been there for me or people that were there for me during the year. And the first and major thing I love to do is to spend time with my loved ones. I totally love spending time with them during Christmas. It's a Christmas tradition that we have begun or that we grew up in, and so it's easy for us to say, oh, it's Christmas season. Where else or what better place or who better to spend your holiday with if not with the people you love? So in this case, for me, I happily go and spend with my family. Nothing creates a better atmosphere than talks with your family and friends and loved ones. And I am so excited about this particular period because I know that for a couple of days I'll be spending with my family. The other times I'll be hanging out with friends, and also friends will be visiting me. And these are people that I am looking forward to engaging throughout this holiday period. I mean, socializing shouldn't be limited to just the family. For some, they find themselves going to church, attending Christmas vigil masses, Christmas Day masses, mass on the 31st of December. Some find themselves attending masses or attending masses or church service on the 1st of January. People just find themselves doing what they love and being where they would. For some, they find themselves returning to their hometowns to spend time with their kindred, to spend time with their extended family. And when many people come together, the holiday cheer is multiplied. So make sure you do not spend the holiday alone. But if you have to spend the holiday alone, make sure you're doing something you love. It could be seeing movies, reading books. It could just be, dancing to music in your apartment. And any good method is a proven method of bringing in the holiday cheer and the holidays. So whatever values you choose to embody this period, be it togetherness, be it generosity, because some people would rather spend it with those who have no one to spend Christmas, the orphanages, the home of the elderly and all those things. So make sure that for you feel fulfilled spending your holiday doing what you love and being with the people you actually want to be with. Above all, I think it's very important for us to create meaningful holiday traditions. And I think it is very important because these anchor us in our values and they bring families, communities, and individuals together. So, whatever the traditions may be, I know that in some parts of Nigeria, in Cross River State, there's always this Calabar Carnival held during this period. And so it's always so colorful. People travel from around the world to, partake in this carnival, something beautiful. I also know that some people in their extended families, amongst their kindred, they hold family day during this period because many people get to return home. Many people are happy, they're joyful, they are glad, they are grateful for the gift of family, they're grateful for the gift of their loved ones. So, whatever the Christmas tradition, whatever this holidays tradition means to you, make sure you find yourself doing it. And if you're not going to be physically present, you could be virtually present. You may be thinking to yourself that what sort of meaningful Christmas, what sort of meaningful holiday tradition can I begin? In my family, we have a tradition of spending either Christmas or New Year together. And I am so excited that I will be the one hosting the where all my family members get to come around and host them to lunch and dinner. We're gisting, we're talking, and then it's more like a gratitude dinner where everyone shares what they are thankful for. And then there's also the option of writing letters to loved ones instead of buying gifts. So I remember sometime in 2022, a friend of mine had asked for my email and said he wanted to send something to me. I didn't think so much of it. until the 31st of December, when I recall he sent me an email, and it was more like appreciating me, a gratitude letter appreciating me for my friendship that year. And I was surprised. I read it, it was quite emotional because even the things he outlined in that letter, I did not even remember when I did those kind of things. So you could think about sending out gratitude messages. And no, I'm not talking about those broadcast messages where we're seeing forwarded many times. You sit down thoughtfully, express your gratitude to someone for how consistent they've been throughout the year, the shoulder they gave you, the response, the timeout for being there. Just you're sending them gratitude letters for what? For being there, for being in your life, for being your friend, for being your trusted colleague, for standing up for you at work, for defending you at times when you thought that no one was going to defend you. Just something, right? You could also think about buying gifts. And it does not necessarily need to be something extraordinary. The thoughtfulness alone makes all the difference. So I know that some people in their offices, they got to do Secret Santa, and yes, I'm always so lucky and blessed that my Secret Santas are always so thoughtful, because I also try to be thoughtful when I'm giving gifts. But then it's not even about the value of the gift you receive. Even if you receive something you think is very little, you definitely see the thoughtfulness that was put in curating such gift. Again, you could start a memory jar for the year ahead, and this is something I'm looking forward to doing. I watched a video online where a lady said for 2025, the only thing she's going to do, instead of thinking about her worries, every day before the end of the day, she's going to sit down to write one thing she's grateful for that day. And then at the end of the year, she's going to open that jar and she's going to read it out so that she could what? Count her blessings and name them one by one. So, I would like to encourage us all to create traditions that align with our values. So, think to yourself, what's that one tradition I can start this year that feels truly meaningful to me? I already know the one that feels truly meaningful to me, and it is the act of family togetherness, spending time with people that I love, spending time with my close friends that are around and are able to join, even if they are not physically around. We could have a call, we could get on a call, and we could just wish each other well and just be happy for one another while reliving the memories where we're together and other things that may have happened during the year. So I just want to talk briefly about how we can spread kindness and joy this season through small but powerful actions. Random acts of goodwill, small and random acts of goodwill. It's not until you get someone an apartment or you buy someone a car, then you now think that, oh, you've done so well. It doesn't matter. It could be as little as paying the transport fare of someone. It could be as little as buying coffee for a stranger. You could write a thank you note to someone who has made a difference in your life. You can also donate clothes to those in need. So go into your wardrobe, look and search through, and be true to yourself. Those clothes you've not worn, those shoes you've not worn for over 6 months, and you know that you really truly do not intend wearing them again. So why are you piling them? Why don't you give it to those that truly need it? It's not that difficult. You just have to sort it out. And also remember that the old have to go out so that the new can come in, right? And then it could be you just calling someone you haven't spoken to in a while. I mean, everyone understands that life gets busy, a lot of things are happening to us at the same time. We're all hustling and bustling through this chaotic world. So what do we need to do? You could just reach out to someone you've not spoken to in a while, and then your 2 minutes call, your 1 minute call, your catch up, your quick catch up, text message. It's just something that you can do. So I have this friend of mine who always sends a text message on the first day of every month. He is consistent with it and he never disappoints. Even if it doesn't come early by 5 a.m., you're definitely getting that new message before 12 p.m. And so if I do not get his message, I'm like, oh, I hope this guy is okay. We may have chatted on WhatsApp, but that's a given. The message is coming in, and his messages are well thought out. To some, it's not just a text message, but it's a big deal because you have how many contacts on your phone? Even yourself, you're not sending out messages, but there's someone who is consistently sending out messages to you on the first day of every month, wishing you well. So You may be asking, like you, Ngozi, how are you spreading the good cheer? Well, I try to make the world a better place in my own way, especially on my WhatsApp status, by posting memes. Because those memes tend to, make us happy. Make us happy, make you smile, make you forget about your worries for a while. And so today we have reflected on the true meaning of the holidays, on the holiday purpose, small act, big impact, the importance of traditions, and how the small gestures of kindness can create ripples of impact. So, I would like you to take some time this week to think about your values and how you can incorporate them into your celebrations. And also remember that the smallest acts of kindness can light up someone's day, including your own. Most times, when you show this small act of kindness to people, there is this joy within you that just wants to burst forth. And that's simply because you know you've done something nice, and you're also happy sharing in their joy, which they cannot even hide, which they express to you. And so, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who might need a reminder about the holiday spirit and the holiday purpose. And don't forget to follow and leave a review if you haven't already. I am wishing us all a beautiful, beautiful Christmas, and I can't wait to see us all in the new year. Thank you for spending this time with me. I wish you peace, love, and joy this holiday season. And until next time on Random Talk with Angie, take care.